Spitwads, with how much we rely on our devices, it's easy to forget about the hardware we're born with. Jason, do you remember being born?
I don't remember, but I've seen pictures.
like the ear, like same as fingerprints, no two are alike. And that's why, unless you've paid thousands for high-end custom-fit equipment, your earbuds probably cause discomfort, even physical pain. The UE Fits True Wireless Custom Fit Earbuds from Ultimate Ears are here to change that. Before we did this podcast, I was a musician, and the ultimate was custom fit earbuds. But there's no way anybody could afford that stuff.
Thousands.
It was, you got a mold. You go into the ear doctor, get a mold, go to an electronic specialist. It was impossible. But now, thanks to fancy technology from UE Fits, you can get it done. I have a pair. I have molded them to my ears. I was skeptical. I thought, what is this all about? You put the earbuds in, you start the process. It's extremely easy. You can see them lighting up. You feel the warmth that it's okay, something's happening. And then they just fit.
It's so cool. And then they don't just fall out.
No, they do not. I have a problem with earbuds falling out all the time, but not anymore thanks to UE Fits, the world's most comfortable earbuds, premium sound all day, 8 hours of continuous playback on a single charge and up to 20 hours with the charging case. I'll tell you, this is the last pair of headphones that you're going to need, and they fit, they don't fall out, they sound great. For a limited time, get 15% off your pair of UE Fits True Wireless Earbuds at ue.com/fits. Use the promo code BALLERS at checkout. That's 15% off with the promo code BALLERS at ue.com/fits.
What happens when three buffoons give life advice, explore unrealistic situations, and give random topics more thought than they probably deserve? It's the Spitballers Podcast with Andy, Mike, and Jason.
A boom, pow, splat, splat, woo, hoo, hee, 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 ha, ha.
What? 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 What just happened?
There's a drought every once in a while. The rain doesn't come all the time. Sometimes the crops don't grow. Sometimes the scats don't flow.
You gotta start the show over.
Yeah, Al, re-roll.
It's that bad?
Re-roll.
Oh, look, I'm not saying it's the worst one we've ever done.
No, I agree with that,
but
Mike.
I'm also not saying it was the worst.
Right. But, there's been better ones.
Boom, pow, splat.
I don't.
Woo, hoo, hoo, hee, 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 ha, ha.
It also felt like it was like out of sync with the music.
Yeah, there was not a good vibe.
No.
There was a few extra syllables.
Welcome in.
That was not a scat. That was a man falling down. Just, like a man who had a bunch of stuff in his hands.
Boom, pow, plat.
And he tripped on the stairs, and then everyone laughed at him.
Sometimes you want to lay down your arms for these scats because you want Jason to feel confident going into his, and there's no way he doesn't feel more confident.
I'm on
today.
a hot streak.
I know.
Man.
That's what I'm saying. Like I think you've overcome that fear.
I'm going to be honest with you, and this obviously will be proven wrong in 1-2 episodes, but I think I've overcome my fear as well. Like I wasn't worried last go round. I'm not going to be worried anymore. We'll check back in 2 episodes.
Any chance, which proves that you can overcome your spider fear.
Not true. Not true.
Al, is there any chance that you loved that scat and these guys are way off?
No, not a chance.
No, he gave you a stock market down.
Oh, he did?
In the in our chat here.
Now, Spitwads, I think we are 15 episodes away. Just as a reminder,
yes.
I believe we are 15 episodes away from the greatest scat we have ever heard, part 2.
I don't think we're 15. I thought it had to be in the 80s, right? Or is it 175?
I thought it was 166. Math is hard.
Okay. Well, it's coming soon.
It's coming.
227. I did the math.
Yeah.
No, that one's incorrect. So next week, Al Borland will be.
Oh, good point.
Check
Mike.
your math. What was episode 83, right?
This clown trying to
No,
push
you're right.
it back.
It was 83, so 166.
Yeah, there you go.
Really?
Yeah, and
All right.
You know what? We run this company, right?
Yeah,
we do.
We're moving it up 165.
I love
for that little math error.
Every time you try and push it back.
Yeah, you get it one day sooner. Episode 165. Let's look forward to it. Welcome into the Spitballers podcast. We do have a great show for you today. Would you rather? We're entering the situation room, and we are drafting yet again. And Mike is excited for this draft. I think.
am so excited for this draft because when you know who you are and you just fully embrace who you are as a person, I mean that is freedom, my friend. That's when you really feel truly alive. And this draft is the most Spitballers draft I think we have ever done.
Boom, pow, splat.
I see. Okay. It makes a little bit more sense. And then but what's the laughing at?
We'll figure it out. At SpitballersPod on Twitter, Instagram.com/SpitballersPod. Thank you so much for the very kind reviews in Apple Podcasts. Wherever you're listening, thank you for subscribing, following the show. Let's get it going.
Would you rather?
I feel like maybe if you've overcome your fear, and I'm on what I would call a cold streak,
Yes.
then maybe it's it's been passed over here.
Oh, okay. Well,
So
that,
mine are going to be the disasters.
if we, all it takes is another 150 shows, and then Mike will get it.
Doubtful.
Yeah.
Like
He's had some whiffs.
Yeah, because look, when you're experimenting, like
Right.
doing an experimental jazz journey, you don't always hit the right notes.
What I didn't tell you is that was a beta version of a scat. that was not a full version. I haven't released the regular version of that bad boy.
Yeah. I'm going to call that an alpha, but we'll get to beta soon.
All right. Kelsey from Twitter has a would you rather question for us. Would you rather always have to shower under a under a single stream of water or only be able to dry off with a single washcloth? Both of those make me laugh a lot because picturing somebody showering with a single stream of water.
This is a very Jason question.
Oh, yeah, it is.
I imagine the gears in your head right now are almost burning out.
This is like choose your death. How, do you want to be eaten by sharks or piranha? What do you want? Yeah, I mean, these are two really, really important things to me.
Getting wet and drying off.
Water pressure.
The amount of water pressure that you require
Yeah.
is it's not a human amount. Like, it is used for power washing, like
Hippopotamuses.
yeah.
We did.
Or a hippo off the ground as it would be.
We did just change our shower. I put just a hose in the shower, and I just do the thumb thing over the hose, and I just spray myself down. That's how I shower now.
Even if it's the highest water pressure ever, if it's a single stream.
Oh, then it's just cutting you in half.
if it's a single stream, you're not getting a lot of coverage.
It would literally, the only way that it's acceptable water pressure is you're leaving that shower bloody. I mean, it just.
I mean, how do you? The problem is like you need to clean yourself, and you can't do it in any amount of time with a single stream of water.
Have either of you two noticed? Because we have a shower here at the studio. Mm-hmm. We play pickleball in the morning, and then we'll come and clean ourselves up. Have either of you noticed that I have replaced my towel in there?
No,
I don't. I don't usually mess around with your towel though.
But if you
imported.
But if you saw the towel. I'm shocked that you guys have not noticed. This is like a week ago.
Or is this?
Owl, go grab the towel. While we're doing this,
Is this a size thing?
yeah, it's a little bit of a size and a plush thing.
Do you have like a super jumbo sized towel?
It's basically like, have you seen do you know what a blanket is?
I've
Like
seen a blanket
really
in my time.
A really nice thick blanket. Yeah. So these are two things near and dear to me. But there's also
You dry off with a blanket?
basically, yeah.
That sounds awful.
Okay, we're looking at it now. We'll report to the.
Yeah, here, let me.
I'm not sure that this is going to show up or not.
Well, on the
it's an
YouTube.
excellent.
No,
throw.
Mike and I can hold it. This is a. If you're watching on the YouTubes,
Okay, this is a very large.
this is
towel.
a blanket. This is
They
a
call
huge-
this a bath sheet. It is not
A
called
bath
a towel.
sheet?
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
And
Well, this is how the show should be from now on.
it's excellent. This is my cape sometimes. So,
Okay.
but this
That's
has
a big. No, that sounds awesome.
yeah, no, it's great, man. I'll get you the link.
That's called the man swaddler.
But you have to take the washcloth here. I mean, because Mike
do.
Mike
You
is
do
right
have to.
that if you have really strong water pressure with one little laser beam of water, that's
We've all seen water cutting things. Like you look up a YouTube video. Like, I'm using the water to cut this.
It's basically
Just making water thinner though doesn't cut your skin.
But
But
you
if you
have
go-
to have enough water pressure to wash something. Like,
I would rather
it's
dry.
like a water pick. It's like a flossing
Right.
water pick.
I would rather dry very slowly but be clean than I would not be clean. Because I would be making business decisions if I had a single stream because I can't spend 2 hours in there.
right.
I'd be going like, I'm hitting the pits, hitting a few other spots, and then I'm out.
And we can Jerry Maguire this thing. You can air dry. You can
Air dry?
Yeah, you can air dry.
you can just
Been there, done that.
You've done a full air dry?
Not from a completely soaking wet. Maybe in Arizona, I'd go outside,
Oh, there you go.
do some laps.
But
You
you've
go
also,
outside. You just do a 360. That's all you do. You walk outside and you turn slowly around like you're in a microwave.
And
You
you're
walk
done.
back inside and you're dry and sunburned.
I was going to say, and you treat the sunburns. All right. Antonio,
Ooh,
one of our supporters over on
thank
Patreon.
you, Antonio.
You can go to jointhespit.com if you want to support the show. Which would you rather have more of, time or energy?
Interesting.
I got it.
This is a very important question. And last night, I was super tired and I had to go to bed really early. And I was super bummed because I wanted to stay up and do stuff. And I was just like, man, I'm just dead.
I think this is an easy answer because you can have all the time in the world, but just as you described, if you're out of energy, you're getting nothing done. I mean,
No.
we've all had that with the weekend hit. You've been planning all week. Okay, this is my big project. I can't wait for Saturday. You wake up Wednesday. Oh, man, Saturday's coming. I'm so excited to hit this project running. Then you get there, and you have all the time because you have the day off, and you have no energy, and you get nothing done. We've all done that. So I'm easily taking the energy because I feel like extra energy means extra time.
I know people, one of them is sitting at this table here, but I know other people as well that are so productive with the time they have. That I look and I think, man, I wish I could do that much off my checklist every day. And I know that if you added hours to it,
You would just watch more
I
shows.
just want to get in more TV, man. And I'm running out of shows to watch, so I don't even need more time. It has to be energy. It has to for me. I mean, I don't know. Maybe for Andy, the energy man wakes up with you put coffee in that man. There's a lot of things
But
getting
he burns
done.
hot.
Yeah, I burn out. I mean, that morning efficiency, though, that thing is, if I could keep that for the day, that's like being a child again because they have it for the whole day.
Except you want to get stuff done.
Right.
You don't want to just play Minecraft.
Or just run in circles.
Or just like jump on furniture.
Right.
That's what my
That's how
children
much
love.
extra energy they have. They have to jump on furniture. There's no choice.
What is it about the furniture that they want to jump on it?
It's unbelievable, man. My littlest Isaac, there's nothing he likes more in the world than jumping on the furniture, and especially if he knows he's not allowed.
If you
I
gave
know.
yourself social permission to jump on furniture today, Mike, you would love it. You would just
Would
do
I?
it. Yeah, you'd leap onto the couch.
I feel
You'd
like
hop
that-
up onto the chair.
That's a massive injury waiting to happen.
Okay, maybe there's that.
But you're like, there are very few rules in the house, and one of them is you can't jump on the furniture.
That's because you're trying to preserve it. If you had a new couch showing up every day, you'd be jumping all over it.
Disposable couches.
Yeah, baby.
Jump away. We're throwing that one out.
That's right.
I plan to wear my red shirt today. What is this couch doing here?
That's right. Okay, Kate from the website. Which
Oh,
would
great question.
you rather hear first, the good news or the bad news?
Oh, man.
It's
We've
an
all been asked.
age-old question there.
I got good news. I got bad news. What do you want to hear?
But have you ever had...
How good is the good news? How bad is the bad news?
Have you ever had one where both of them are extreme? Like it's-
Okay, all right. Let's set that up. You win $10 million. That's the
Right.
good news. The bad news is your dog died.
Right.
Okay. Those are both extreme.
Yes.
Which would you want to hear first? Man.
I think...
Would it help?
I gotta hear the good news first.
I think so. It
You
would.
gotta hear the good news, because if it's that extreme, it does, like you could say, oh, your dog passed away, but you did win $10 million.
It poisons it.
Yeah, it will no longer be good news. I mean,
I see what you're
2
saying.
months later. When,
Yeah, but
when
one heck of a funeral.
You're going out, Fido. You're going out like a boss. Gold casket.
Televised.
It's fully televised. Golden casket.
But I think that the impact. We all have these things. You remember the losses more than you remember the wins.
The burns hurt.
So I need to have at least a couple seconds where
The purity.
I have some good news, even though I will be in a full panic attack because I know that the bad news is coming.
Yeah, the joy is unadulterated when you've only had good news, and that's great news. But actually, Mike, you do bring this up. When you're listening to the good news, you're already waiting for the bad.
Yeah,
So I think
we
you have to
focus.
get. I think you have to get the bad news first because you know the bad news is coming, and so it's not as pure as you hope. If it was like I get to choose this answer, I would rather get good news before bad news forever, and you don't know it's coming. You know what I mean? Like it's not like
Okay.
I've got good news, I've got bad news. What do you want to hear first? It's just I have made a declaration on my sign-up sheet for life that says I checked the box of good news first.
Also, that's very rude of the messenger.
Right.
Like, I mean, take it upon yourself to make the decision for this person who is about to hear both good and bad news.
If you're
I got
the
some
messenger,
good news. I got some bad news. Which one do you want first?
If you're the-
No, don't do that. Just make the decision. Just walk up to someone and tell them.
The reason they do that is because of the fact that they want you prepared for the counterbalance. They want you to know that, look, I've got something great to tell you, but I also got something bad to tell you.
I think you can walk up and say, I have good news and I have bad news. The good
But
news
then
is
just start it.
Yeah, you just go. Just launch into it. Don't give don't give me the time to sit in that decision.
The good news is you won $10 million.
Yeah.
The bad news is I lost it.
I think you lead.
Sounds like great news.
Net neutral.
Good and great.
Yeah.
Well, no. Then you got to lead with the bad. The bad news is I just spent $10 million. The good news is you won $10 million. They leave thinking I got $10 million. No, sir. No, sir. I already spent it. That was your money. I'm going with the bad news first. I want the bad news first because
Anticipation for bad news is tough.
yeah, that's tough. And I think that I'll feel. Look, I don't want to say like I'm gonna be super sappy at the end of learning about these two things, but I think I'll be pretty happy. You'll be like, you know what I mean? Dogs I can get.
Look, you'll be okay in 2 months.
Yeah, no, I'm getting a litter.
Okay.
In his memory.
All right. This question is stay with me on it. It is a funny one. Would you rather pay a blood tax to mosquitoes instead of real taxes? So you don't pay real taxes, but I'll explain what this blood tax is going to be. Or you pay double the income and sales tax, but you're immune to mosquito bites. And there are places in
man.
this country.
This must be a bad blood tax.
Here's the blood tax. Every year, once a year, instead of paying regular, U.S. taxes, you go down to the old swamp. You take off all your clothes and you
Oh,
stand
my
in a
goodness.
T-pose.
No undies?
It appears not.
Let's give
Let's
a
give them.
Speedo.
Let's give them undies. We need to protect some things. While a large swarm of mosquitoes lands on you and feeds for 15 to 30 minutes.
Wait a minute.
Am I dead? Have I lost all my blood?
Oh, hold on.
You can't spray yourself or the mosquitoes with bug spray. You can't swat at them. And in exchange, you never pay money for any taxes ever again.
We got to lock this down. 15 to 30?
Let's call it 15
It's
because
called
30,
double.
I just need to know what is the margin
15 minutes T-pose at
Oh
the
my
swamp to
gosh.
pay your blood tax, but then you never pay regular taxes ever
here?
again.
That's impossible.
And every
I want to choose that, but that you could not make it 15 minutes.
is there a time period where you would do it? Is it a minute?
I don't
1 minute of enduring mosquito bites
I'm
without scratching.
I'm saying easily that I would attempt it. 100%.
You don't
But-
think you could do it?
Dude.
5 minute blood tax?
You've been bitten by a mosquito, right?
Yes. Yes, I have.
You're being fed on. They're eating you for 5 minutes.
Can I at least get like just a face shield or something so they're not going in my mouth?
Yeah, I mean, I think we protect. This is not about like, oh no, you got your
Okay, so I'm
eyeball
choking on
drained.
mosquitoes, yeah.
This is
So
this
I have a helmet on.
you got a helmet and some undies on.
Yeah. But
And
the
they're-
rest of you's up for grabs.
and they're going to town. And honestly, you probably want to wear gloves just to stop yourself from itching. at least like little finger
No,
mittens.
you can't do gloves. Your hands have to be exposed.
Okay, little thimbles on your fingers so you can't scratch.
You can't. I could thimble scratch for sure.
After it's over, they strap you down for this. They need to strap you down.
No, but I like the part where you have to be able to endure it. If you strap you down, that's not a problem.
15 minutes is just too long.
But it is a problem, Mike, because here's the thing. You said, have I ever been bitten by a mosquito? Yes, absolutely. Everyone has. Well, I guess some people, for some reason, mosquitoes aren't attracted to them. I have never been bitten by a mosquito and gone, ow! Like, it doesn't hurt. I don't even know usually. It's not the process of being bitten. It's tomorrow.
Tell you what, Mike's going to be growing back his arm hair real quick.
It's the next day when it itches. And
this
the
is
next
all I
day,
can grow, Auntie.
Oh, my bad, man.
I thought you saved that. Well, that's embarrassing.
This is all my tea allows.
Okay, all right, man. I see mosquitoes can't land on my arms, dude. There's no way in.
Could you imagine a full body mosquito bite? You're itching everywhere at all times for days.
It's not just the text at time of deposit.
That's
How
right.
long does that take? A week?
To go away?
2 weeks?
Yes.
You get right in an aloe vera bath. That's where I slide right in.
It takes a week, and you definitely have to fill a bathtub with aloe vera.
I'm trying to do it. I don't know if I can make it.
The whole procedure, too, makes me laugh. Like every year you have to say, all right, guys, I'll see you in a couple days. I'm going down to the swamp to pay my blood tax to the Mosquito King.
We'll make it easy for math. We'll go 10 minutes.
Okay.
Every minute you make is 10% off of your taxes.
Okay.
Would you do it?
If I'm driving all the way to the swamp, I'm just pushing through.
But at the risk of if you scratch, it's done.
Yeah.
You're out.
I'm in. I'm gonna give it a go.
Oh my goodness.
Taxes.
I don't know how long I can make it.
Yeah, I have to apologize to Uncle Sam, but you ain't getting my money. I'm taking the blood tax.
The blood tax it is. All right, let's move on.
Spitwads, we deserve to know what we are putting in our bodies and why, especially when it comes to something we take every day. Ritual's clean, vegan-friendly multivitamin is formulated with high-quality nutrients in bioavailable forms your body can actually use. And what you're not going to find, Jason, sugar, GMOs, major allergens, synthetic fillers, and artificial colorants. Ritual is keeping it.
But that stuff's really bad for me.
Yeah, that's why it's not in the Ritual vitamins.
That's so smart of them.
It's the multivitamin reimagined. And look, it's made traceable. You'll always know what nutrients you're taking and where they come from thanks to Ritual's one-of-a-kind visible supply chain designed for every life stage. Jason, available for women, men, teens. They got you covered. Ritual multivitamins are scientifically developed to help support different life stages. And my favorite part of this experience,
I want to know.
they have this, I don't know how they do it, but they make them minty so that when you take the vitamins, one, you get a whiff of it when you open the bottle. You're like, wow, that's fresh. And then you take them, and it's refreshing.
Yeah, no egg burps here.
No, it is refreshing, and they're fantastic. So it's a great experience from the top to the bottom. Get key nutrients without the garbage. Ritual is offering our listeners 10% off during your first 3 months. Visit ritual.com/spitballers. Once again, for 10% off your first 3 months, go to ritual.com/spitballers. Start your ritual today.
The Situation Room.
All right, Clancy from Twitter submits this situation to us. Your local wizard
Oh, he's back.
has given you the opportunity to purchase a video that contains a highlight reel
Oh, man.
of all the best moments from a decade of your life.
Oh.
Which decade do you pick? Do you pick
Wow.
birth to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, or in our case, 31 to 40, because we're all encroaching on 40? What would you pay for that?
Oh, I thought the question was going to be you have to pick which one.
Oh, yeah.
The
What would
question
you-
is both. Which decade would you pick, and
Okay.
what would you pay for it?
So let's start with the decade. Now,
I have mine's done. I know it.
Well, okay, then jump in here.
It's 11 to 20.
Okay. Do
Why?
tell.
I think I might be wrong, but I'm starting to think about, like, I feel like part of it has to do with what I've forgotten in my life.
Okay.
And 11 to 20, you get a lot of the grade school, the friends, the childhood memories, high school. I like that period of my life.
It is, yeah. It's the most nostalgic part of your life.
It just feels it's the formative years, and
Yeah.
having memories of that time period. Like I remember, not perfectly, but I remember the birth of my kids. I remember my wedding. I don't remember a lot of the in between of 11 to 20, and it would be neat to go back and see life that way. So, and what would I pay for it? I don't know. I'd pay like 10 grand for that.
You'd probably pay more.
I'd probably pay
if
more.
it came down to it. But that's why I mean, 11 to 20 is the one that jumps out, and all the reasons you laid out. But for those, but I do have memories of 11 to 20,
Right.
And I mean, they may not be 100% accurate of what happened, but that's how I remember it. Meanwhile, birth.
You were better looking in your memories than you really were.
Yes, of
Yeah.
course. But meanwhile, birth to 10. How many? I mean, you're going to have a couple core memories.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
like
that's a
3
good
or
point.
4.
But how many? Like to go back and go, holy crap! Look at my parents.
Look at my highlights.
Do you want to watch yourself build a little block tower, though?
Was that the highlight?
I don't know. Might
Look,
have been.
I smashed some puzzles.
Right.
Age 0 to 10.
You colored outside the lines for a bit.
Do we get to open these highlights like an NBA Top Shot, like it
Ooh.
was a mad jam, and then you open the pack and you're like, oh, this is when I finished that puzzle. Slam.
These are all the best moments. Okay, I just making sure there weren't some bad moments that open up those packs.
Oh no.
This
You
is
get
where
the
I
good
got
stuff.
grounded for lying. That was a big moment in my upbringing.
What are you picking, Jay?
So unlike you guys, I don't remember things. Like Mike's like, I remember all these. I remember my
You don't remember your wedding?
well, like I remember I got married for sure.
I remember that every day when I look at my hand.
I remember that my kids were born, and I have
they
memory.
were.
I have like
that they were born?
I have like a couple photos in my mind. Like my memories, I can think of the moment of the birth. I can think of the moment of seeing my wife in the dress. But like, it's so shallow when I really stop and think about it. So I'm taking the 21 to 30 because that was like the biggest life moments.
Right.
And I'm hoping that this thing is in depth. It's a real documentary series behind the scenes here.
If I go 21 to 30, I mean, there's going to be a lot of Azeroth in that. There's going to be the first
All your highlights are just you in front of a computer.
the Onyxia raid, the first time I made it through Molten Core.
Dropping people off of dragons.
You didn't realize watching your memories was just watching you sit at a computer. Oh, man, these highlights.
Do you know what I paid for these World of Warcraft highlights? A lot, $10,000.
It has been fun. Like, I have a handful of old photographs of me on the computer, and like, because I did a lot of web design, that was like the thing I like doing. And seeing all the old technology has made me laugh. Like when we had the really thick computer monitors, or when we had like zip disks, and
Oh, man, yeah, the zip
But-
drive was the future.
you need the right mix of nostalgia in there.
I'm going 11 to 20.
Okay. As am I. Jason, you are
21 to 30, and I will pay $11 for this.
okay. You'll just forget the highlights after you
Yeah,
watch
I mean,
them anyway.
it's like if I'm not watching them, they're already gone.
All right. This question comes in from a supporter, Avatar, on Patreon. You were given 1 year to get into shape and develop the skills to summit Mount Everest. You don't have to worry about work or money. You can spend every day training.
Okay.
You get a full team to help you.
Okay.
Physical trainers, mountaineering experts,
Nice.
dietitians.
Yes.
We get a Sherpa.
You get a Sherpa.
Absolutely,
If- I
man.
mean, you probably don't
have
need them
to
until you
have a
get to the
Sherpa.
mountain.
Yeah.
If you can successfully summit Everest after a year, you never have to work again. Can you make it to the top?
Yes.
Can you make it to the top, Jason?
Yes, I believe so.
Can you?
Well, look, there's one way to find out. You guys want to pay my salary and get me all these people and give me a year.
It's tempting.
But if you don't,
50%.
but if you don't make it, then you owe us $5 million.
Well, if he doesn't make it.
Yeah, okay. If I don't make it, you can take whatever you want. I don't care. I'm gone. I'm never coming back down.
According to Al, about 6,000 people have ever made it, and 350 have died.
That number seems low.
That
to
seems
me.
real low.
I would
That
think it'd
seems
be more.
promising for this
But
guy.
these are all trained people, so 350 out of 6,000 trained. If we do that math,
I'm locking it in. 100%.
That's you got a 6% chance of death if you're trained
Okay.
as a mountaineering person.
All right, I've made a big mistake. I've made a huge mistake here. I think I've really underestimated Everest here, because the more that I think about it, and this isn't due to the 350 number. This is just due to, I would say, more than 5 seconds of hearing the question. Mount Everest is
It's up there.
it's up there. It's way up
That's
there.
what they say.
But I mean, this is something people train for far more than a year. They're basically hiking their entire lives, wanting. They've been years and years. You don't go and do Everest first, right? You work.
No, you don't.
You work your way up to Everest, and I have worked my way to flat ground right now.
Right.
Like that's where I can do some stairs, but I don't enjoy them. A hill is probably something I'm avoiding.
Right
So
now, you haven't trained for it.
I haven't trained for the hills yet. I mean, if I'm
For
on
a
like an
hill?
electric scooter and it's paved, I could take a hill. But otherwise, I think that. So yeah, I'm dead. I'm
quick
dead on
pivot.
Everest for sure. What
You
does
might
a
die at the
Sherpa-
base camp.
What does a Sherpa do?
They're just like your guide.
Okay, all right.
They-
I didn't
they
know
know.
if they were like a shaman.
Do they carry
Like,
you?
give you a lift.
I need yes. If I can get 4 guys to hold the poles as they carry me
man.
up
Oh no.
the mountain, I'll probably still die. It'll be very cold.
It's gonna be really cool.
I don't think I could do it. I think we could all get into the physical shape necessary in terms of like your body in a year of training, but I don't think the like oxygen and the breathing and the cardio and like the actual mountaineering could get done in that amount of time.
The habits and the knowledge of what to do in certain situations. I remember listening to a podcast where someone who was an actual avid, the 7 tallest mountains in the world they had climbed.
Brody?
I know you listened to it.
He's
but,
a fascinating guy.
um,
if that's in fact
and-
his name.
and hearing
Just goes by Brody.
hearing all the details and the things that inevitably will go wrong, and you have to make decisions to reroute yourself or something. Like I am dead. I'm just gone. No chance I could do Everest.
The one way that you could do it is if you can do it like that tandem skydiving. If you could strap yourself
Ooh, on
to-
the back of
a Sherpa.
yeah.
But
Now it's 2 people.
Now
dead.
that Sherpa has to do some training.
Look, I'm a lot of weight to carry around.
Mike,
I think I could do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, I really do. I really think if you gave me a year and I had all the
every day, all day long.
yeah, I could make it.
Well, Andy, are you in agreement? We're gonna send.
Well,
him?
obviously I'm going now because I'm a competitive guy. So Mike and I are going to both be ascending the mountain.
I get to own 100% of this company soon. Fantastic!
All right, the only rule is whoever dies, the other one gets to mock him for it.
Oh, I would expect nothing less.
Okay. Caleb from Patreon says, your local wizard, oh boy, he's back again. Your local wizard is feeling kind of bad for all the mean things he has done to you over the past 150 episodes.
I doubt that.
Has a conscience.
He's a liar.
Yeah, he's rude.
He offers you a $10,000 gift card to any single store of your choice, but it expires 30 minutes from when you walk in the door. What store are you heading to?
Okay.
So wait, you
okay.
got 30 minutes to pick something out? Is that the gist there?
Yeah. And so you can buy a lot of things or one expensive thing.
You don't
got
get to
30
save
minutes.
it. You don't get to like use it on a grocery store and get free groceries for a year. You gotta,
and it's like a coupon code.
yeah.
The first
If you
thing,
don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah.
the first thing that came to mind for me was just Best Buy.
Yeah, that was the top one.
You
for
know,
me.
because we
But it's
love
boring.
electronics. It is boring, and really most Best Buys don't have the top end stuff like the TVs that
Not
are.
for Captain
Yeah.
Super Towel over here.
I'm talking about. Well, look, this is a $10,000 gift card. Like let's say you wanted to put together a $10,000 super gaming computer, right? Like just something that's because it's free. This is for you. You've got 30 minutes. Does the average Best Buy store like
Probably
carry
not.
that stuff? That's what I'm
Probably
thinking.
not enough. I mean, part of the reason you think of Best Buy is because every other store's closed down. Like to me as a kid, this would have been Toys R Us. 30 minutes, fill the cart, hit the,
sure, but now we're almost 40, so you're
I know,
not going to
These
Toys R Us.
questions actually are difficult for me these days. Like, because we don't sit around, like as a kid, you sit around with like your toy goals.
Yes.
But like as an adult, you could sit around like, what do you want to do? Like get another Alexa or something? I mean, a TV.
Yeah. TV and computers. I mean,
Would you rather have furniture? Would you rather have $10,000 worth of furniture?
no.
$10,000 shower
What do you
head?
think about that?
Whew. Does it up my water pressure? Oh, baby.
The problem to me with the computer, and not that I don't spend money on computers, is like, does anything depreciate as fast as a car? Like,
Well, you can't
A
resell
computer.
a computer, really.
well, I'm saying you spend $10,000 on a supercomputer.
It's crappy.
In 6 months, you're like, here's this computer that was super at one time, and now is just basic.
Yeah, but it's free. This is $10,000 gift card.
But that's what I mean. Of like a TV, at least holds up.
I'm going to
longer.
Costco.
Oh, good answer. Good answer.
Yeah.
I can close out that 30 minutes with tons of baked goods, and I'm getting efficiency on the price.
Have you ever seen back?
The glass case.
Yes, the black. They have like $6,000 bottles of whiskey.
Yeah.
Where it's like, how? Okay.
And every
How
Costco,
good could this possibly be?
every
They all have
Costco
it.
has it, which is insane. Like, how many? Does anyone ever buy something
Never.
at the the people that are buying $7,000
Costco
bottles of whiskey? Is that really where that crowd is going? Like, I'm looking for a $7,000 bottle of whiskey. I
It's
will
an
go to my local Costco.
Or getting people with an impulse buy.
Yeah, like, oh, look at that, honey. That must be really good.
Just put it in the cart.
I can just imagine showing up at a fancy dinner and say, "Oh, I brought this wine for you.
Oh,
I got
man.
it at Costco.
Yeah.
I have a membership over there.
What's ironic is
Very exclusive."
this might be the right answer, because if you ever wanted to find out,
Yes,
like,
it is.
because everyone has the curiosity. Everyone looks in that case and you go,
What if?
What?
Yes.
There's no way, right? There's no way that
There is not. I know we all know the
right.
answer.
We do. We
You
know
go,
the answer. There's no way it's
Yes, this tastes like a whiskey.
yeah.
That's funny. All right, let's draft.
Spitwads, today's episode of the Spitballers podcast is brought to you by one of our longtime sponsors, IPVanish. IPVanish is a virtual private network, a VPN, and a VPN stands for Keep Me Safe Online.
It's like a Houdini for your internet.
Exactly right. It can be used on your computers, your tablets, your phones, even like Fire Sticks, anything that you're using connected to the internet. Keep yourself safe. Have privacy and security online. Your business is your business. They can get you around censorship nonsense. They can protect you when you connect to like public Wi-Fi's. Oh, yeah, I'm at a McDonald's. It's okay. People go here. I don't have to be ashamed. Oh, I'm connecting to the internet as well.
No one will know.
No one will know. You get your own anonymous IP address. Look, it's great. It's got more than 1,500 servers in 70 locations. You can go to ipvanish.com/ballers, and you can get 65% savings. They have plans starting at just $3.49 a month or $27.99 a year. This is the time to save up with our discount and their current promotional offerings. You can get a VPN for 65% off the usual offering. IPVanish, it's the best of the best, even rated 4.7 out of 5 on Trustpilot. And that's with more than 6,000 reviews.
That's a lot of reviews, Jason.
So show these guys some love. Remember, it's ipvanish.com/ballers to get the deal and start protecting yourself online right now.
The Spitballers Draft.
All right, Mike brought it up. This may be the most Spitballers draft of all time.
Yes.
We are drafting the worst places to be when you suddenly have to poop.
Oh, yeah.
Which, look, there's some nightmare scenarios out there.
Yep.
And, I mean, let's be clear about this. You got to go bad. This ain't some, like, I'm going to make it a long time. This is
No.
there's an urgency that will end in a mistake.
You
Yeah.
do not want to fart in this situation.
Yeah, you cannot gamble.
No.
You will lose.
So I have the 101 in this draft after my scat was so good.
Yeah.
It was a little robotic too. Hee hee ha ha hoo hoo. My number one pick is going to be At the Altar.
It's on my list. It's on my list.
I'm going to choose. I'm up there. I'm ready to recite my vows. I've got to stand up there in my suit.
Yep, in front
God
of
forbid
everybody.
it's a white one.
Oh, man.
And
The tum-tum.
You're in a white suit?
My father was in a white suit for his wedding.
What a boss!
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
And that's
What?
why he's known as Papa
Skids.
Skids.
Papa Skids.
The early 80s, man. They were a heck of a time.
That is actually super boss. Like,
Oh, that's a baller move.
I
They
mean,
were all his groomsmen were in baby blue, and he was in white.
Man.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that would be worse. Either way, the pressure of all the eyes, attention, you've got
Yeah.
your vows, you've got that moment. I mean,
The emotional
has
stress
anybody
already.
ask yourself this question: has anybody actually?
100%.
I mean, somebody out there had to tell the officiator of the service, "Hold on a second, I have to go."
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean, that's a divorce. That's immediately, there's no way that marriage is sticking together. I mean, you're doomed. You're doomed if you can't get through without a two, as they say.
Yes,
let
that
me tell
So
you guys.
that's the wedding. That's the at the altar wedding.
Let me tell you guys the worst thing I have on my list. This is not my pick, obviously. This is not my turn. But I looked at my list, and I have wedding ceremony on my list. Not, I didn't have the idea to be the groom.
the altar.
The groom. Just, I'm watching someone's wedding. What an awful thing. I'm going to have to sneak out the back, but this is really important. I'm going to miss you saying your vows. What an idiot. I got to relook at my list now and up the stakes here a bit. That's a great pick.
Thank you. Yeah, I think that's the 101 for me of you're not living that down.
Yeah.
When you leave for the bathroom at the altar, just leave. Don't come back.
That's right.
Yeah.
It was on my list.
Do you think that's why, like, when you get stood up, like, the bride doesn't show up?
That's most
like
got diarrhea?
she was almost there, but then
Yeah.
she was too
Has
embarrassed.
nothing to do with you. It's about number 2.
Yeah.
All right, Mike.
It's very funny because it was the first thing I thought of, and then you mentioned this activity earlier in the episode, but I'm going with specifically tandem skydiving because
How fun.
That's not just you.
You had that before I mentioned it?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, my gosh.
You have somebody strapped to your back.
Wait, you're not the one on the back?
No, imagine.
You're in the front.
Oh, no.
So someone's gonna know when all of a sudden it gets real hot
Oh, man.
in a certain region.
And then what happens after you land? Is it like, is it just
Well,
like
they detach-
about to
they-
rain down?
They detach you at that point. If you're mid fall and they get the sense that you're dropping one,
I mean, and
you're done.
You're in tight pants, so that this is
Ooh.
it's not gonna just slip out. It's staying with you the entire ride.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's bad.
You better hope that parachute can still hold you up after it
Yeah, we
inflates.
need a weight check.
That's bad.
All right.
Oh, man. Okay. Well, I've got my stupid 101 on my list because you guys are coming up with straight fire here. But the thing that felt the worst to me is to be in a bad traffic jam.
Yeah,
Because
No, I mean,
if you're in a bad traffic jam,
If there's nowhere to go,
you're pooping in your car, you're pooping in your pants, and then you're sitting in it. You can't. You know what I mean? The car. There's an accident. You're stopped on the road, and now you're just. I mean, roll them windows down, because or wipe the fog away from the windows.
Oh, no.
I'm going to ask you an uncomfortable question, Jason. You're in that scenario. You're on the traffic jam. You have an empty 64-ounce cup to the side of you, or your pants.
Oh, it's my pants.
Okay.
It's
Really?
my-
You don't
yes.
You're not attempting a maneuver.
Dude, I can't poop into a cup. I mean, especially not in a car seat. It's impossible.
One dude, one cup.
No, it's
Oh,
not.
Mike.
Could not happen.
Okay. So you've got to pick another.
I'll pee in a cup, obviously.
Yeah.
All right, and
Been there, done that.
yeah, for the other one. So
So traffic jam, that's good.
yeah, this is probably little recency bias. I'm moving, so I'm in a new neighborhood,
Okay.
and I'm thinking I'm at the new neighbor's house. So this
Okay,
is
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, come on over for
Gotcha.
dinner. I'm meeting someone new, and I'm in their house, and I'm about to destroy it.
Yes.
Because that, like, first impressions.
Yeah.
Welcome. Did you meet Jason? I came over, took a dump in my house. Like, the first time you meet someone, it's like, oh, excuse me for a second. I want to try your toilets. That would just be awful. I mean, what a weirdo. And that relationship is forever ruined because either
Yeah, it's rough.
that person thinks you are a weirdo and I don't
Right.
want to get to know you, or I am so embarrassed that I think that they think I'm a weirdo that I don't want to ever go back. So that
ends
done.
the relationship instantly.
Yeah.
All right, back to you, Mike.
All right. It is a similar situation. I mean, a lot of these are going to be, like.
Is it awkward? Is it a bad
Just the area where.
bad way out?
Yeah, you can't get out.
Yeah.
Broken elevator.
Oh.
A broken elevator. I'm going to assume there are people in there with you. And now you are.
Oh, no, that's
You
way
are-
worse. You up the ante.
No, Mike is bringing the heat.
A crowded, broken
I
elevator.
told you, I was excited.
If there's one thing Mike's played out scenarios in his life, this is it. A broken elevator is
Oh, man. When you said a broken elevator, I'm like, okay, that really, that's no good. But when you said there's people in there, you're taking a poop in front of people. Like, they're in the stall with you at this point.
there has got to be. I mean, sometime in history,
It has
there's
to.
enough broken elevators. Somebody has been stuck in one long enough to have to go.
Oh, man.
I mean, and that's
Do you just sit in the corner
yes.
and just go? Because, I mean, you don't want to stand.
No, middle, Mike. You stand in the middle. Oh
like-
man.
Excuse me. You take center stage. And then
Hold a hand up.
yes, hold a hand up so everyone quiets down.
Oh man. It's a broken elevator. That's another great pick.
My list is just so normal. My list is this would be a normal place.
Oh my goodness. All right, Mike, you're bringing it. I will go my second pick. It's gonna be in the dentist chair.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Because if you are, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes into an hour dental procedure, and you've got to go.
I mean, you got to tap out.
Yeah,
But you got
Excuse me, I gotta go.
got the spacers.
what if you got a little bit of that nitrous in you? You
Oh,
loosens things up.
I don't know.
And what does the dentist do if he's in the middle of an important procedure? Mid-wisdom teeth. I don't know. I don't know. But the dentist chair is not a place I want to have to figure it out.
Oh, man.
And I was with you, Jay. I had at someone else's house on my list for sure because that is just not the impression you want to make. I guess I'm going to go with, oh, man, it's close. Which one's going to make it back? I'm gonna go with this one. I'm going to say that this is more of a practicality and it costs you something at the end of a sports game.
Ooh.
So you want to watch the last few
I
seconds
like
of a
that.
game.
I like it.
But you got to make a run for the old toilet. This is why streaming online sports on your phone was invented.
For when
is
you
to
got
try to survive these moments of
watching runs while you have the runs.
that's right, watching touchdown runs while you got the runs. So I'm going to go the end of a sports game for my third pick.
All right.
Mike's like, check this one out.
I can't wait. I can't wait to hear
Well,
what's
this
next.
one is not as extreme. This is another more of a practical situation. During a job interview.
Oh my,
Ooh.
that's a great one.
You're sitting down. This is a job you need. You've been preparing for this.
Poop breaks aren't going to get you that job.
No, and imagine the embarrassment. Either way, I get the embarrassment of the poopy pants would be the ultimate. But like, what do you do? Do you pause the interview and say,
What do you do? I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I guess you have to pause it, but just imagining that moment where you're not focused on what they're asking you at all. You're getting the sweaty palms. You're trying to distract yourself in any way, rubbing your fingers together, doing the breathing.
What kind of answers are you giving to those questions? They're quick answers. Tell me a little bit about a project you might want to do here.
No.
Just a good project, just a good one.
You're just
No.
no.
Nope.
No.
Up, pass. Next question.
I'd like to build a toilet. I'd like to build a toilet for your company. That's what I would bring to the table.
I'd like to build a toilet. Oh my goodness. Okay, it is. That's another great pick, Mike. You are coming up roses on
Coming up brown roses over here.
Yeah.
All right.
Two more for Jason.
Two more for me. I know my first one.
Okay.
I got a little creative as you guys were on
the way to the bathroom.
Yes. Oh, man. You're not there yet, but you've really got to go now. You're kind of speeding up. top of a carousel.
Oh no, Ferris wheel's on my list.
Or that's what I meant. A Ferris wheel,
Yeah.
top of a Ferris wheel. There's no top of a carousel.
No, you can
You're just sitting on. You some reason climbed up to the top of a carousel, and letting it go down on. But no, top of a Ferris
Yes.
wheel. That's what I
Okay,
meant.
we'll let
Dang
you
it.
properly
Ferris
pivot.
wheel was how I was shutting it down.
Ferris
Oh,
wheels.
yeah.
Oh man, way to steal his pick.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, when there's clear awful places to go.
And like on a Ferris wheel, I mean, they're taunting you. It's not just.
Oh, I know,
it's not
because
just-
it stops.
You go down. You go. Is this? Please be my turn. Be my turn. And then right back up.
You
to
go through the bottom. You're going all the way around again.
That's a little present for the next people that ride.
That's a present for the people below you. That's a problem.
Oh man, that's a good one. That's a good one. Now you got to go with your final pick.
Yeah. I'm just gonna. This one is as normal because my list was generic and normal to start.
Okay.
But I also think this is a genuine nightmare. A genuine nightmare. I would never, ever in a million years, I don't care if I'm going around the entire globe, poop in a tiny airplane bathroom
Yep.
next
Yes.
to everyone who's seated right. I mean, the seats go right to the bathroom. Like, in these planes.
I
And-
often do that scenario in my head with bathrooms where I'm like, the only difference between where I'm at, like I'm practically directly next to you. The only thing is this wall. I am naked and I am defecating and I am this close
Andy
to
gets
another
naked
person.
to go to the bathroom. That's how. That's just like when I go poop. What, you don't take all your clothes off?
Shout out to George Costanza on that one.
My middle son still does it.
Oh, all of it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, full
shirt.
nudie.
Sometimes shirt, but pants completely off.
All right.
There's nothing around the ankles. It's
Why,
just
he's spread
freedom.
out.
Yeah, he's got a wide stance.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to take the airplane
Okay.
because that's awful.
Have you?
I've never pooped in an
Oh.
airplane. I don't. Honestly, I believe this. I think I'll poop in my pants on an airplane before I poop in
I'm guessing
the
that's
bathroom.
worse.
Oh, it would be worse, but that would be the gamble I would take because I'm not going to poop on this airplane. And I will tell my body no until my body says yes. And I'm not going to that bathroom.
Interesting.
I can barely fit in those bathrooms.
I would use the restroom
I have-
before my pants.
I have definitely wrecked an airplane bathroom.
Oh,
like
man.
like a
Oh,
where
man.
What is that walk of shame like when you leave that little room?
fast and furious.
Oh, man.
But like I'm talking where you're sitting, and then you feel everything just shift through your intestines, and you're like, well, here we go.
Al says you just don't leave.
Yes, this is
Until
my
the plane
seat
lands,
now.
that's where you're sitting.
I feel like the door open and close process would be the fastest thing, just like this.
Oh,
slam the door behind you.
You have to say to the people you pass that are waiting in line, somebody destroyed that bathroom.
Oh, for
There's no way you take credit for that, bad dog.
But they've been sitting.
They've been standing in that line for 5 minutes.
What they don't know it wasn't the person before you. That's what I'm
Oh,
going with.
man.
All right, Mike, you are back with your final pick, and you don't get to choose.
man.
I mean, Carousel's still open now that he took Ferris
That's
wheel.
right.
I thought Ferris wheel would make it back. Okay. I'm gonna go with job interview
Ooh.
is I already took that one. So I'm trying to think of a position where all eyes are on you, and you have to have clairvoyance. You got to be at your best.
Yeah.
You giving a TED talk.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's
Oh my
it's a TED talk,
gosh.
so there's already prestige.
Oh,
and
no.
this video is going up online for everyone to see.
Oh, no.
It's being recorded. It's being streamed.
And like,
Oh.
how focused can you be for this? You're an expert in this field,
Oh, no.
and everyone's looking to you, and all you could think about is you got to
that's a
take
good one.
poop.
That's a good one, Mike. You've brought 4 great picks to the table here. Mike's tandem skydiving, broken elevator during a job interview and a TED talk. Jason's got traffic jam, neighbor's house, top of Ferris wheel, and an airplane.
Carousel. He took carousel.
Yeah, I'm here with at the altar during your wedding, a dentist chair, the end of a sports game. I've got a few that have come up. I'm not going to go with boardroom. It's like the job interview, but a boardroom, big presentation,
Oh,
that would
yeah.
be a rough one. You're in a suit. I mean, put you in a suit with the poop. That's a problem. I think I'm going to go simpler for this last one, and this is
Simple's good.
you're in the pool.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's on my list.
Yes.
I mean,
Yep.
you're in the pool.
Yes.
Yeah, because There's no good solution here.
No.
I mean, even if you can get out of the pool,
Oh, it's still awful.
you're soaking wet.
Yes. Oh, it's so awful.
Why don't you go run in the house soaking wet across the tile
Is there
to
any
go
way
poop?
you can use the basket?
Wait, what
the
basket?
like the leaf basket, the
The filter?
That's
filter
right.
basket.
In the filter?
I don't know if you've seen this, but the filter basket is like mesh. That's not going to work well.
Well, I mean, the
for you.
water's kind of going in there if you kind of prop up and.
What if you don't go on? So are you talking like on top of the tile, or are you just going up to the flappy filter?
I'm going
You're
up
in
just,
the pool.
No,
you
I'm in
put
the
your butt
pool.
Up to the
That's
flap.
what I was going with.
Oh,
At least the water flow's heading that
it
direction.
would have made more sense if you take the top off and then you just sit down right on it.
What if you use the pool vac?
Oh man. You can also just hang over the diving board. You know what I mean? Like just go backwards, straddle the diving board, and plop,
Hey,
plop.
pool vac, you got no mess.
I think pool vac's your best way out.
So you're just putting like the barracuda right.
It's the Barracuda.
The barracuda.
All right, that'll do it. That's it. We did it. We got through the worst places to poop draft, and it was a classic.
What did we learn today?
I learned that Andy gets naked, completely naked to poop. That's what I learned.
I learned that Jason went from completely confident to Sky Everest to instant death upon consideration, and that tandem mountain climbing is a thing that we should invent.
And I have realized if there's good news and bad news, it doesn't matter. The bad news wins.
Oh, my goodness. All right, that'll do it for today's Spitballers episode. Thank you for tuning in, supporting the podcast, and we will be back very soon. Look forward to episode 165.
Goodbye.
Thanks for listening to the Spitballers podcast. To see what other nonsense the guys are up to, check out SpitballersPod.com.